All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. This will be taken short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On first down, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Mack. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They run the draw play with Mack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. It's Jordan Wilkins here, second-year man from Ole Miss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 15 now. Watson, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Houston.
Double tight, guys, double tight. You got three down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darius Leonard charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack on first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. That one good for 21 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He completes this one to Mack. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Open man, the tight end fails. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run, hide. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw is Watson. Dancing to... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Carr. That's into the hands of Pascal. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Come on, let's go. He's crossing. Number 2. Check. Fresno. Move off Orchard.
From the 44, Carr. He's got Jack Doyle. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr going to throw to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Now it's Mack, draw play. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing now is Carr. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one. Down to the 15.
What now? 185.
Now some confusion offensively here as Carr's going to signal for a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
We're good. You ready?
Carr now on first down. Funches has it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run here with Mack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to run with Mack. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Oh, he got Position on him, and he pulls it in. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no... Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. From just shy of midfield, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking deep here for Ebron. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 82 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 34. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Man, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. I think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw his Carr. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 12. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson with a give to Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans turn that reception into a touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. Back now in Indianapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr, taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll go for it. It's Carr, forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Miller. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Watson. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got Jack Doyle. And he lost the football. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Carr completes it. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis! Chester Rogers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 runs, 2 1-yard losses. This is 3rd and goal from the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Here's Watson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. A good throw here, finding Pascal. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr. And he's got Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Down. 180. Check 55. Later, eight. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the General West. Watch the screen.
On play action. Now Carr. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Throwing now is Carr. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And it's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The sack by Marcus Hunt.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So Houston.